The 2026 Yamaha DT 125 represents a name that instantly sparks nostalgia among riders who grew up dreaming of lightweight two-stroke dual-sport machines that could do it all. The DT badge has always stood for simplicity, freedom, and raw riding enjoyment, and imagining its return in 2026 feels like Yamaha reconnecting with a very special part of motorcycling history. In a world increasingly dominated by electronics and complexity, the idea of a modern DT 125 brings back the essence of riding for the sake of riding, while still meeting the expectations of today's riders. At its core, the 2026 DT 125 is envisioned as a lightweight, agile motorcycle built for both urban commuting and off-road exploration. The design language would likely blend classic DT proportions with modern Yamaha styling cues. A slim fuel tank, high-mounted front fender, long travel suspension, and a flat, narrow seat all contribute to a silhouette that feels instantly familiar yet refreshed. LED lighting, sharper body panels, and updated graphics could give it a contemporary edge without losing the rugged charm that made the original DT models so iconic. Powering the 2026 Yamaha DT 125 is where tradition meets modern engineering. While older DT models were famous for their punchy two-stroke engines, modern emissions regulations make a four-stroke engine the more realistic choice. A 125cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, tuned for strong low and mid-range torque, would be ideal for both trail riding and city use. Smooth throttle response, fuel injection, and refined internals could deliver reliable performance while still offering enough character to keep the ride engaging and fun. Performance on the road would focus on accessibility rather than outright speed. The DT 125 has always been about confidence and control, and the 2026 version would continue that philosophy. With a lightweight frame and modest power output, new riders could feel comfortable learning their skills, while experienced riders could enjoy pushing the bike to its limits without needing excessive speed. The upright riding position and wide handlebars would make maneuvering through traffic or tight trails effortless and intuitive. Off-road capability is where the DT name truly shines, and the 2026 Yamaha DT 125 would be expected to honor that legacy. Long travel suspension at both ends would allow the bike to soak up bumps, rocks, and uneven terrain with ease. A strong yet lightweight chassis, likely using a modern steel or hybrid frame, would balance durability and flexibility. Spoked wheels, paired with dual-purpose tires, would ensure grip on dirt while remaining practical for asphalt riding. Modern technology would be present, but not overwhelming. Yamaha could equip the DT 125 with essential features such as ABS, possibly with an off-road mode or rear-wheel deactivation. A simple digital instrument cluster could provide speed, gear position, fuel level, and trip information without clutter. The focus would remain on keeping the bike easy to maintain and approachable, rather than loading it with complex electronics that distract from the riding experience. Comfort and practicality would also play an important role in making the 2026 DT 125 a true everyday machine. The seat height would likely be manageable for a wide range of riders, while still offering enough ground clearance for off-road riding. The seat itself would be designed for long stints in the saddle, whether commuting daily or exploring trails on the weekend. A decent fuel tank range would make it suitable for longer rides without constant refueling stops. One of the biggest appeals of the DT 125 has always been its versatility, and the 2026 model would be no different. It would be the kind of motorcycle you can ride to work during the week, take down a dirt trail on Saturday, and explore back roads on Sunday. This flexibility is increasingly rare in modern motorcycling, and it's exactly what makes the idea of a revived DT 125 so exciting. It's not about specialization, but about freedom of choice. For younger riders, the 2026 Yamaha DT 125 could serve as a perfect entry point into motorcycling. Its manageable power, forgiving handling, and lightweight construction would help build confidence and skills. At the same time, older riders who once owned or admired earlier DT models might see it as a chance to relive those memories in a more refined and reliable package. That cross-generational appeal is something few motorcycles can achieve. The sound and feel of the engine would be carefully tuned to maintain character despite modern constraints. While it may not have the raw crackle of a two-stroke, a well-designed exhaust could still deliver a satisfying note that encourages riders to explore the rev range. Smooth power delivery would make technical off-road sections less intimidating, while still offering enough punch to be entertaining on open roads. Durability and ease of maintenance would remain key strengths. Yamaha's reputation for reliability would be a major selling point, especially for riders who plan to use the DT125 in demanding conditions. Simple service intervals, accessible components, and robust construction would make it a bike that can be trusted far from home, whether on remote trails or long-distance adventures. The 2026 DT125 would also likely benefit from Yamaha's extensive experience in off-road racing and dual-sport development. Lessons learned from models like the WR and XT series could be subtly integrated, improving suspension performance, chassis balance, and overall ride quality. This would ensure that the DT125 is not just a nostalgic name, but a genuinely capable modern motorcycle. Ultimately, the imagined 2026 Yamaha DT125 is about bringing back a spirit that many riders feel has been missing. It represents simplicity without sacrificing quality, versatility without compromise, and fun without excess. In an era where motorcycles often feel overly complex or purpose-built for narrow roles, the DT125 stands as a reminder that sometimes the best bikes are the ones that let you do a bit of everything. Whether carving through city streets, cruising along country roads, or tackling dusty trails, the 2026 Yamaha DT125 would embody the idea that motorcycling is about exploration and enjoyment. It's a bike that doesn't demand a specific lifestyle or skill level, but instead adapts to the rider and the journey ahead. If Yamaha were to truly revive the DT125 for 2026, it wouldn't just be bringing back a model, it would be reviving a mindset that celebrates freedom on two wheels.